doing? It's been a while since I've done one. This is a pretty important one, and I do apologize for the clickbait title, but this needs to be seen by as many people as it can be seen by that it applies to. I hope it gets some shares. I hope you share this with anybody you know that would be stupid enough to do what I'm going to tell you. Alright, so a little bit of background real quick in case this is the first time you're seeing any one of my videos. I'm an Uber driver with over 4,000 rides, well over 4,000 rides. That's only on Uber. I did Lyft somewhere around 2,000 on there too. I don't do Lyft anymore because it sucks. That's in another video. But here's what happened. Friday night in the middle of a 2.5 surge, you know, it's busy, people are going out for dinner. I get a call for an XL ride. It's a ride with guaranteed 6 seat belts. I go to pick this ride up. It's in the projects in the Hill District. Not the greatest area in the world, but, you know, you gotta go where you gotta go. Pull up to where I'm supposed to pick these people up. Nobody shows up. About 2-3 minutes go by. I'm getting ready to cancel and take off because it's a surge. I don't have time for this. I see some people walking towards the car. It's an older woman with 4 children, 4 small children. My phone rings. It ends up being the person that called the Uber telling me that I'm in the wrong spot. Just as she's telling me I'm in the wrong spot, which she's wrong because I'm where the pin is. I didn't go to the wrong place. You put the pin in the wrong place. The old lady starts walking up to the car with the 4 kids. I realized that's my passengers. I said, well, they're here, so I got off the phone with her. The older lady walks up to the car. She's trying to open the doors. I'm trying to make sure she's the right person. I'm asking her name. She finally tells me who she is. I'm not going to share that with you because I'm not going down that road. But the 4 children, I'm looking at the 4 children. They're 3, 4, 5, 6. The oldest one might be 6. They can walk, but one of them barely. They're bundled up because it's cold out and all, but I notice there's no car seats involved with any of these people. Now, I do carry a booster seat with me just as a courtesy because I have a van and I have the room for it, and if somebody gets stuck, I have a booster seat they can sit in. But, I mean, plain and simple, the law is you have to be in a car seat if you're under a certain size and age, and I'm not really willing to take that liability on. So, she's trying to open the doors. I says, where's the rest of the car seats, booster seats, so forth. She says, they're not going far. They're only going to East McKeesport. Like, that's not really close. And the way she said it, I had to stop and I asked her, I said, so they're going, so you're not going? You want me to take the 4 children by myself to East McKeesport? And she says, yeah, they need to go to you're taking them to their mother. And I said, well, no, I'm not. I said, you don't have car seats for them. That's illegal. I can't pick up minors. That's illegal too. And she gets pretty aggravated, calls me a couple of names, and then says, well, all the other guys do it. And I said, well, I'm not. And I'm just at the button to cancel the trip. And she says, you just don't like niggers. I'm sorry for using that word, but it's the word she used. And yeah, they were all black. She was black. I don't care that she's black. If I cared that she was black, I wouldn't have gone to Shawnee Street. So we're going to go down that road. And I said, no, it has nothing to do with that. Have a nice night. Rolled up my window, went to pull away. My phone rings again. It's the woman that called initially to tell me I was in the wrong place. And I'm guessing, I'm presuming it's the mother. She never actually said that. But the older lady said it was her mother, the mother of the children. She says, why aren't you moving yet? And I said, well, I am moving now. I'm going to find another trip. I already canceled yours. I'm not even sure how you got through to me. I guess that she called before I had canceled, because once you cancel, they can't get a hold of you. But she proceeds to tell me that I'm not going to use all the 4-letter words that she used, but she called me quite a few names and told me that I'm screwing up her life because I won't bring her kids to her, and what is she going to do? And I just said, well, you're going to have to, you know, your mother or whoever that lady is going to have to go with them, and you're going to have to find some car seats. Just, you know, you can call for another one and maybe you'll luck out and somebody will take you. I was as cordial as I could be in the situation that I was given, and I pulled out and left. Now, I'm sure by now you all realize how ridiculous this is, and let's get to why I titled this what I titled it. If you're a driver and you're dumb enough to say yes to this and put 4 children that need car seats in your car without car seats, you deserve everything you get. If you have a car accident, it's your fault. You're going to absorb the liability of them being injured. You can tell me that it's going to be the parents' fault because they didn't have the car seats. That's not true. You're operating the vehicle. Trust me, you will lose your ass if you do this. It's not worth it. You're not getting paid enough to take those kinds of risks. All right, that's if the parents won't with you. The other thing is, if you pick up 4 children that are underage, especially that young, you're opening yourself up to a gigantic can of worms. You know, at the very least, you get pulled over by the cops and the cops notice that they don't have car seats. You're going to get fined for that. If you don't just get fined for that, you're going to get fined for picking up kids and violating a whole bunch of laws about not being, you know, certified to pick up kids and them being underage. And not to mention, let's be realistic here. We're picking them up in the projects. What's to stop one of these people from calling as soon as you take off and saying you kidnapped their kids? Okay, you might be able to prove that because of the Uber thing. But what about, you know, tomorrow when you get the phone call or the cops show up at your door because you did something inappropriate to the children while you had them in the car? Do you think that wouldn't happen? I think it happens all the time. So my point here is, you know, let's not be stupid. If you're a parent and you get stuck and you need your kid picked up at school, call the Uber to your house, get in the car, and go to the school and pick up your kid. I do it all the time. I have people that do that all the time. And it sucks because I don't like doing round trips, but I would rather do that than have you be dumb enough to have me show up at a grade school to pick up your 6, 7, 8-year-old, 10-year-old kid, because that happens all the time. Mount Lebanon, yeah, looking at you. Upper St. Clair, all those schools out in Fort Couch Road in South Hills. Wexford, happens all the time in Wexford. Happens all the time at the Catholic school on McKnight Road. Absolutely ridiculous. I've wasted so much time driving to these schools. Now I know the addresses, and now if it's that time of day and I get a call, I just automatically Google the address to see if it's a school, because I'm not doing it. All right, so got way off track here. Well, I didn't really get way off track. My point is, I hope this gets shared. I hope that you learned something from this, and I hope that you're appalled at it if you're a parent or anybody. I mean, you know, I spoke to a couple other people about this, couple drivers, couple customers, and I had one customer in particular that was from basically the same area, Northview Heights. She's real nice and all, but when I explained to her what had happened, and I did this on purpose because I wanted to see her point of view on this, because I'm not in that situation. And she said that, you know, things are tough all over, basically. You know, I could see where the mom gets stuck and she needs to get those kids to her and blah, blah, blah. And she doesn't want to pay the extra $7, $8 to ride out to get them. And she kind of said to me that I was kind of a jerk for not doing it. And you know, I didn't argue with her. I just, okay, well, I respect your opinion and all. But let's look at that. All the things that I already mentioned, all the liability you're absorbing and all the trouble you can get into aside, your life sucking and you making bad choices is not worth me risking my house and my children's future over because I get in a car accident or any of the other above. I mean, it's just not worth it. You know, I feel for you, but no, you're wrong. So, hey, like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to know what you think about this. Subscribers would be nice. I don't do videos very often, but when I do, they're usually, I think, fairly informative. So, I'll just leave it there and have a nice day.